Bon appetit? For more and more women, this is the new way to beat the baby blues, boost milk production, and increase energy after giving birth.
A lot of postpartum depression, from at least for me, when I don't eat, I don't sleep well, and I'm, getting frustrated and stuff, that made it worse. That made those first couple of weeks bad.
Kenmore mom of two, Jess Herman, gave it a try after the birth of her son, Lucas.
We've got a couple purples. Purple?
I didn't bond with him for the first couple of weeks. I didn't love him, I just didn't feel that instant bond until he was maybe 8 weeks old, I think it was.
To help cope with postpartum, Herman had her placenta put into little capsules. She keeps them in her freezer.
It's becoming increasingly common. I think especially women who seek natural birth understand that every woman is growing two amazing things inside her, a human being and the placenta, which enables her to grow that human being.
OBGYN Dr. Catherine Morrison says nearly all her patients at the Birthing Center of Buffalo want to take their placenta home.
It has gone from a request that you might have seen once a year to a much more common request.
Doulas, or birth coaches, generally prepare the placenta. It costs around $200.
I think that it has grown in popularity, starting with doulas growing in popularity.
Herman had hers prepared right here at the Village in Allentown.
Well, the whole process takes about 2 days. First, the placenta is rinsed, dried, and cut. Then it's put into this machine, which is called a dehydrator. From there, it's ground into a powder and then put into pills.
But women aren't just turning their placenta into pills. They're putting them into tinctures, smoothies, and hand creams. Some women choose to bury it and grow a tree on top. And then there's this.
Placenta truffles. They take the powder and put it in with chocolate and eat it that way, and that gives them that additional little jolt from the chocolate.
There's not a lot of data around this. The trend kicked off recently after celebrities started doing it and swearing by the results.
To test it, particularly in humans, you have to find women who are willing to eat this stuff, but who don't particularly believe it's going to work. That's an interesting combination.
Mark Crystal has studied mammals eating their afterbirth for years. Most of them do, but humans, not so much, he says.
There's no evidence that human cultures ever practice this as a routine behavior. And in fact, there are taboos against it.
The biggest one, cannibalism. While historically dining off the afterbirth hasn't been practiced, it's not the first time we've experimented.
There are periods where eating after birth is a fad. We saw this in the early 70s, the so-called hippie communes, back to nature movements.
We're really not guaranteeing any kind of an outcome for women in encapsulating their placentas, but what we hear from the women that do it is so positive that it's something that we're offering as an option for them to consider, that it could potentially help.
When I went back to work with my son, I can tell people we were kind of like, when I told them about it.
The million-dollar question, how is it?
A little woody, earthy type taste to it.
But other than that, Dr. Morrison doesn't see any medical reasons why women who want to eat it should stop.
They either say, yes, I got a benefit, or no, I didn't get any benefit. But nobody has said that it harmed them.